It's the last Sunday of 2019, so this is a very exciting time for Show Us Your Cat. Let's have a look. Hello, yes, it's Joe here for Joyrider TV with episode 29 of Show Us Your Cat. Coming from Vasiliki on the island of Lefkos in Greece here. Lovely day today, as you can see, very nice. I hope everybody is having a fantastic festive period and you're definitely getting enough Brussels sprouts. Before I jump in with this week's edition of Show Us Your Cat, something I've just found out about YouTube is if you press the like button on the video, it means that the video will come up more in other people's feeds, so more people will see this episode of Show Us Your Cat if you press like. So even if you don't really like it, or if you absolutely love it, and there's not an absolutely love it button, press the like button, and then that means more people will get to see this fine piece of art that is being created right here, right now on Joyrider TV. If you would like your boat to be featured on Show Us Your Cat, then the details will be later on in the video. If you have already sent in pictures of your boat and you've not yet been featured, as usual, don't worry, you will be coming up in a future episode of Show Us Your Cat. And finally, before we jump in, one more announcement is, as the year is coming to an end, I'm going to put together an end of year special, which will be going out on New Year's Eve at 5:30, because I think 5:30 is traditional for Show Us Your Cat. And we're just going to have a recap of this year's Show Us Your Cat highlights, which has been all of it. So let's jump in. So we're going to kick off by heading over to Poland, in Europe, if you didn't know, where we're going to Lake Zergzy, which is near to Warsaw, where we have Adam. Adam has got a 2006 Hobie 16. He's part of the Quick Flip racing team. The reason we'll see shortly why it's called that. His 16 features the Sea Breeze sails, which are quite similar to the ones that we use here at Wildwind, so they might look quite familiar. And Adam absolutely loves to send it on his Hobie 16. If you think you're giving it the beans, I think Adam might be giving it the beans a bit more. This could be controversial, but check out these shots of Adam absolutely sending it. Here we've got him sticking it in so deep, you'd have to think that seconds later, the pair of them were swimming, probably with a bit of hilarity there. And here we've got something that could only be described as a very special move. When you go off the back of your 16 or your catamaran, you know, this happens from time to time. Maybe the crew knocks you off the back, maybe a wave knocks you off the back of the boat. But to go off the back, kick the rudders up, and combine that with sticking the nose in at the same time, that is a very rare special move combo, which deserves extra points. So thanks very much, Adam, for sending those pictures of your baby, that great looking 16. And I hope you continue to be able to give it the beans, although I reckon just now it's probably a bit chilly in Poland for that. So thanks. So next we're heading over to the east coast of the UK, of England, to Marconi Sailing Club in Essex. I might have mentioned that most of the best cat sailors do come from the east coast of England. So we have got John over there at Marconi Sailing Club. He has got a Dart 16. The Dart 16 is arguably the best and the original popular plastic catamaran still going strong. There's Dart 16s around the world now being used in many different places. This is John's first catamaran, and it looks like he really is getting to grips with it. He's had it up to 13 knots, but I think she might have a bit more to give. We'll see. This year, John raced in the East Coast Piers race. Now, this race is the original biggest long distance catamaran race in the UK. So if you are a UK cat sailor, you should definitely put it on your schedule that the East Coast Piers race is something that you should do. It's a really good race. It goes out from Marconi Sailing Club down the River Blackwater, I believe, and then out into the North Sea, turn left past a couple of piers, come back in time for a pie and a couple of pints. Very nice indeed. When John sailed this, the Dart 16 is definitely the slowest boat that is allowed to do this race. And John was quite a way behind the rest of the fleet. The race was 27 miles and John had over 5 hours in the saddle on that 16. So I say, well done, John. And thanks very much for sending us those pictures and just planting the thought of going and doing the Piers race in the mind. Whatever type of catamaran you've got, as long as it's not any slower than a Dart 16, then I think you should go and get involved. Okay, and keeping it in Europe, we are heading to Lake Ammersee, which is near to Munich in Germany, where we have Hans. Hans has got an absolutely stunning classic Tornado B-class catamaran. This boat was bought in 1972 by his father. The hulls were built by Ensman, who has gone on to build Topcat brand catamarans. I don't know if it's his brand. I should have looked it up, really. Hans's father fitted the boat with a rolling jib and invented the main sheet system for this job. The boat, when Hans's father passed away, sadly, the boat was passed on to Hans, and Hans absolutely loves his Tornado. This year he's done this stunning paint job on it, and I think you'll agree the boat does look absolutely fantastic. One thing I could point out here is that perhaps difficult to see with this angle, but perhaps the boat could do with a little bit more rake on the mast. It would handle a little bit more, let's call it positively, with a bit more mast rake, and it might be less prone to the nosedive. And here is Hans's daughter, Lucy, on the trapeze of that classic Tornado with fine style. I think we have a future catamaran sailing superstar right there. So thanks very much, Hans, for sending those pictures. So what another absolutely spectacular collection, quite different boats in today's episode from each other. So thanks very much for sending those pictures in for Show Us Your Cat, John, Adam and Hans. Very nice. If you would like to have your boat featured in an upcoming episode of Show Us Your Cat, then all you need to do is email photographs, video, perhaps a story behind your boat, what year it was, where you sail it. That is important. I'll feature your boat in an upcoming episode of Show Us Your Cat. Very nice. So New Year's Eve, there'll be a Show Us Your Cat New Year's special. It won't be like a party. It'll just be like a video. And other than that, please do hit the like button because that helps. If you're not yet subscribed to Joyrider TV, then you might as well subscribe because then you'll know when all this great stuff is coming out. If you would like a flag, send me an email. If you would like a t-shirt or a hoodie, head over to totaljoyrider.com. Thanks to everybody who's been supporting the channel through the many different means that you can support the channel. And there we are. So we'll be back next week with some more Show Us Your Cat, and of course the New Year's Eve special. And thanks very much to everybody who has been contributing, because it has made it very special indeed. So thanks, and enjoy the rest of the holiday period, because it's there to be enjoyed. So enjoy it. If you're somewhere sunny or warm, or perhaps the water's not frozen, then get out sailing, give it the beans. If you're going out and you think you might even go slightly fast, take some sort of GPS and then send me the results for the global speed stick. I think that will be all. So there we go. We'll see you soon with some more. Thank you.